What's going on, you guys? We're playing some Legion today. We're using the Tatooine board here at Sci Fi City in Orlando, Florida, and this board is awesome. It is a 6x4 board, so we are going to kind of mark off the last 6 inches as though they're not actually there. We set up a couple of barricades also, but this is a beautiful, beautiful board. Let's go over the lists because we're both running Rebels today. I am running Leia with Commanding Presence, Luke with Jedi Mind Trick and Force Reflexes, so Leia and Luke. And I'm running 4 core. I'm running two Rebel Troopers, each with Z6 targeting scopes and Rebel Troopers. I am running Fleet Troopers with an extra Fleet Trooper MPL 57 Barrage and targeting scopes, and another Fleet Trooper with Fleet Trooper, but he's got Scattergun and targeting scopes. So the black and white guys have scatterguns. The blue and white, or the blue and black guys have the ion weapon. I have 2 ATRTs today. I'm running an ATRT with laser cannon and then another ATRT with laser cannon. And let's see what Sean is running. Leia with environmental gear, a T-47 with wedge, long range comms, and the ground buzzer. We've got Fleet Troopers with scattergun, Fleet Trooper, and concussion grenades. Another Fleet Trooper with MPL 57 and Fleet Trooper. So you're running MPL also. Yeah. Awesome. 2 Rebel Troopers, Z6 Rebel Trooper grappling hook, Z6 Rebel Trooper grappling hook, and an ATRT with laser cannon. So a lot of similar, 2 ATRTs. One with rotary blaster and one with laser cannon. So we both each have 2 Rebel Troopers and 2 Fleet Troopers. And we don't, I swear we don't coordinate these in advance. We're both running almost the same list. The biggest difference is that a T-47 where I have Luke, and then some other subtle differences, like the hard point on the ATRT. I don't have a rotary blaster, but yeah, interesting. Our deployment is the long march. So we're gonna go long ways down the alley, which is gonna be kind of interesting because it's a big, long, open alley right there. That's what we're gonna be playing. We've got hostile environment, which there's plenty of terrain to touch and then intercept the transmissions, which put the objective tokens kind of right in the middle of the alley. There's the one in the center. There's one that's on the edge of Sean's deployment zone, and then there's this one down here on the edge of my deployment zone. So I have a little bit of an advantage, but I think that my advantage is that I've got the longer range ATRTs. I mean, you have one, but that snowspeeder kind of has to come at me. Here's our starting setup. Some interesting things with these longer deployments. I've got some guys starting kind of off in the buildings. A lot of guys starting off over here. Leia starting off up there to kind of have vision of this Death Alley or Death Valley. Sean's got one starting up here. Those guys starting down there. And we decided that that would work. I mean, it's flat enough. That guy is sitting flush on there. So we decided that's going to work.
I think speeder 2 is every building, right?
Yeah. Everything here. The tallest building is height 2, so he can move everywhere. As long as he is sitting flat or within like 15 degrees. Sean played coordinated bombardment. I played no time for sorrows. Considering where his Leia is right here, he's got 3 core units he could take a shot at and eliminate some and give 3 suppression right off the bat. So I figure I can try and maybe move a couple of them out of the way. So maybe he'll waste a shot. We're at the end of round 1, and Sean's speeder flew over those buildings and managed to land right in there. It was actually quite beautiful. He got some damage on my ATRT here, but that ATRT got some damage on his ATRT here. Had some Z6 troopers come up and get a shot there, and I think that was all the shots that were fired. Leia shot, but only got her hits blocked by cover. So even though it's kind of an orbital bombardment, she still has to have line of sight to call in the strike. So I think cover still applies to those attacks. And then I had these guys climb up top. Luke's kind of trying to sneak through this alleyway in here. So nothing really happening yet. It's all really going to boil down to a big fight for this middle piece. Turn 2, I played coordinated bombardment, and Sean played no time for sorrows. So he moved some of his guys back a little bit, and and I decided instead of doing Leia, I'm just going to pull from the pile because there's no reason to rush. I can just do her later, and we'll pull, and we're going to get core. So we're in round 2 right now. I had both of my Fleet Troopers do a standby and get an aim. He flew in and suppressed one of them with a compulsory move. So since they gained a suppression from that, they lost it. and I'm pretty sure a compulsory move doesn't count as an actual action, so it doesn't trigger that. However, anything else he would do would trigger that. So that was a good way for him to stop one of my fleet troopers from firing on him. But I still have another one that can shoot. So what's your first action?
He's gonna pivot. He has to.
Okay, and in response to the pivot, my other guys are going to shoot.
Yep.
Impact 2 helped a little bit, but for some reason I thought that the fleet troopers had ion on their barrage guy, but they don't. So I'm never, ever, ever using that again. I'm going to melt all of those figures, probably in an upcoming video, because my entire plan was to ionize him, and then he's like, that card doesn't have ion. So, and sure enough, it doesn't. I could have sworn this guy had, and I was moving these guys at speed 1, and I realized I'm just getting them confused with snow troopers. So anyway, I got 1 damage through this whole entire plan, the whole game, and I got 1 damage on the snow speeder. I'm so proud of myself.
He's gonna fire on the trooper.
You're gonna fire on these guys up here?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I took her shots at the end of round 3. Didn't get a whole lot of damage because everybody had dodges and was behind heavy cover. I did get 1 damage on this guy. So beginning of turn 4.
You get 3 damage on him from the 2 guys.
Yeah. These guys, they took and they just rolled a whole bunch of crits. They took the Z6 guy just rolled like 3 crits against that snow speeder. So got some damage on him actually, which is nice. Because what's his resilience? 5?
Yes.
So 1 more damage on the snow speeder, he'll start to break down. So Sean played ambush. I played somebody has to save our skins. I gave it to 2 troopers down here on the ground and Leia, but he did his long range comms to go first with the snow speeder, which isn't terribly surprising because he wants to get some shots on before it gets disabled. So let's activate that thing.
Yep,
compulsory.
That is it. So
cannot land on my ATRTs though.
Yes. Could you mind moving? Do you mind move those guys real quick?
Let's move these 2 since they can easily go back. So it looks like you're gonna land right there, and you might crash.
Or
you could probably go up on this tower up here.
Yep, that's my idea.
All right.
So.
Oh boy, it becomes tricky the more complex your terrain gets.
All right.
So your back is about right here.
Yep.
All right, I'm just use my finger. We're gonna eyeball it. Friendly game.
All right.
Right there. Yeah, about right there.
All right.
All right. So you probably want to pivot, since you don't have line of sight to anything from up there.
Yep.
Or or just move again.
No. I want to pivot. All right.
Okay. Oh, because you could get a shot on Leia and then these troopers over here.
Yeah. Or a pivot. I guess I would kind of. I mean, I don't have to use. It does less than 90, right?
You don't have to use the full 90. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
All right, let me put these guys back. Wow. All right, we'll figure out. He's gonna take some shots on these guys probably. Turn 4. This is gonna be another scoring turn, and the pressure's on because Sean rolled perfectly, killed a whole unit of fleet troopers with 1 attack, and I had 2 more units fire up at that snow speeder and whiff. So it's rough. He played his 3 for Leia, a 3 pip for Leia. I played my 2 pip for Luke. So I have my ally as the Force, and Luke couldn't hit anybody else, so it's just him. He gained the dodge. But I will go first, and I'm going to pull from the pile, and I pulled Commander. I pulled Leia, which is surprising. So Leia I think she's going to aim and shoot at the snowspeeder again. She did good last time. Leia just rolled this without even needing the aim, but we're going to go ahead and surge that. And then Sean rolled, 1 block, but she has Pierce 1. So that kills the snowspeeder, which was amazing. Leia's shot that thing like she's, woo! The Pierce 1 is so nice. All right, so that was he's taking this ATRT, shooting my 1 ATRT that has 1 hull left. He rolled 1 crit. This is the rotary cannon, guys, so only the crits matter here. And I got 1 die to stay alive, and he killed it. He killed my ATRT. So a vehicle for a vehicle, I suppose.
Yeah, it's because that's probably.
All right, so Sean just moved his last unit. He moved Leia up to the center point, and I end up round 4. We're gonna score, so it's gonna be 1 point for Sean and 1 point for me. And Sean is like, no, yeah, because you moved Leia away from this one, but it's only trooper unit leaders.
Yep.
So you made a push for the middle, but you forgot the rear, and Luke tied up these guys. So it's gonna be 2-2, but then we're coming in on round 5 and 6 is gonna determine the whole thing. So turn 5, Sean played assault. I went with standing orders, which I had some Luke cards, but the reason is if I played a Luke card, then Luke would have to be my commander. Yeah. And I wanted Leia to issue an order.
Gotcha.
to somebody over
okay,
here.
that makes sense.
So I had to place standing orders, and so I'm going to isse an order to this ATRT, and yeah, this way I can control turn 4, or I'm sorry, into turn 5. Luke did kill the last core trooper over there, so like Sean's down to only 3 units left, and he's gonna have a hard time because those guys are up there. They're gonna have to clamor and try to move to get somewhere. Leia might, in theory, be able to move back and try to go for the tie if he could, but I think at best he could tie. I think I've pretty much got a handle on it. It's gonna depend on if Luke can get over there and take that last point uncontested. Alright, so endgame state, he did kill my other fleet troopers. We have a tie for the middle piece, but Luke came in behind and took the back piece that he was supposed to have defended, but he got overzealous and put some guys in the building, and then Leia held that back one there. Yeah. So it's gonna be what? So basically, I won by 1 point, but it technically was 2 points because of
the double.
Oh, yeah, actually, it was 4 points.
Yeah, you won by basically.
It was actually 4 points, but
yeah.
But yeah, it was. But it all came down to if I didn't have that one. Oh no, I still would have won because of the tie here, possibly. Yeah. If you would have had this group clamor down and move in, it would still been a tie because they shot and killed a fleet trooper.
Yeah, just by 2 then with.
It was close. I mean, there was a lot. This was a really good game. It definitely came down to the last turn, but yeah, it was fun. It was beautiful terrain too. So thank you guys so much for watching, and say bye-bye, Sean.
Bye.
All right, see ya.